And it's that time where we are joined by the word master, Willis Ochieng. Thank you so much for joining us on Mind Your Language.
Thank you to, or I would say you're welcome, and I have to thank you because giving me the chance is also a privilege, but also a privilege to those who love the correct, standard or acceptable pronunciation of English words. How are you, Joy Doreen Bira?
Well, Willis, Betty took her vows today, and have you seen the picture over here?
I've seen the picture. You see, talk about Betty Chalo, or Kialo for that matter, talk about Dennis Okaria. Now, the couple, just amazing. Just
amazing.
From the look of everything,
amazing.
Right, Willis, that is my word for tonight.
Before we can get into that Betty conversation, or Betty weds Dennis conversation, let's give you word on the street so we can wind up with a more sumptuous conversation.
Hodwa. Hodwa.
Odua. Odua.
Oda. Oda.
Oda. Oda. Oda.
Odwa. Odwa.
Oda. 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 Oduor. Olua. Olua. Olua.
Oda. Oda.
Duot. Oduot.
Order. Order.
Odra. Hi.
Oduor. Oduor.
All right, Willis, that is the word that we did send out to the streets, and I have things like odor, order, which is
happens.
the right pronunciation.
I have always said, Joy, some of these words are very tricky. Maybe because somebody, may not be seeing them or seeing this particular word on a regular basis. Now, you'll find somebody saying odua. Some may say order, like the one which is used in Parliament. Then somebody may also say oduor. But in this case, what we say is odor, odor. There is a slight vowel glide, odor. That is about the bad smell. Odor, not odur, not odua, not odu, and all that.
All right, it's odor.
Odor.
All right. Let's get on to learning some English from you as the word master. There's a word that people use when they're trying to make an effort. Is it endeavor? Is it endeavor? Is it endeavor? What exactly is the right pronunciation?
Joy, many people say endeavor, endeavor, and all that, but the correct or acceptable pronunciation of that word is endeavor. To endeavor to do something. Endeavor.
Endeavor to do something. All right, let's now move on. And there's that word. Is it fiery? Is it fiery? Is it fiery? How exactly do you pronounce that word?
You're talking about F-I-E-R-Y?
Yes, F-I-E-R-Y.
That one we say fiery. We talk of a fiery politician. Fiery, not fiery, not fiery, fiery.
Fiery, right. And let's now move on. There's another word as well that was sent in by someone. The word, is it delicious, delicious, delicious? What exactly is that word?
The one you are saying at the end of your try
delicious.
Is delicious. That one you know where you may expect it, but we say delicious. Delicious meal. A delicious meal. Not delicious, delicious, and delicious. No. Delicious.
All right, Willis, it is delicious. And there's another word that I'm sure a lot of people tend to mispronounce. Treacherous, treacherous, treacherous.
We say treacherous, treacherous or treacherous. What we should avoid is treacherous or treacherous. So the digraph CH is taking the sound ch. Treacherous, treacherous, not treacherous, not treacherous.
All right, Willis. Now, we're going to take yet another word that I think maybe one of our police officers did mispronounce. Take a look at this one and tell me what you think.
Over 30 million Kenya money, and escaped in a saloon vehicle, which we have gotten the registration number, and we are working on it. They escaped it.
Willis, the word, is it they escaped, they escaped, they escaped?
Well, escaped, no. Escaped, not escaped. But you know, Joy, what happens sometimes, you know, we have a slip of the tongue. Somebody can have a slip of the tongue, but sometimes also it can be a case of being mixed up, because I think in the first instance he had said escaped.
Right.
Anyway, the word is escaped or escaped, but we should also remember that we also had one at some time that was something like siege, wrong, but that word is siege, siege. When we talk of Westgate, siege, that one I saw it so much, that is on the internet, but the word is siege. The one in question right now, or in this case, is escaped. Escaped. But a slip of the tongue or not knowing sometimes is a problem also in English.
And it's not escaped, it's escaped.
Escaped or escaped. Escaped or escaped. But when you use it's what we call a sure in phonetics.
All right. Now, Willis, teachers are on strike, and a lot of pupils are at home. How do we say the right word? How do we pronounce that word? P-U-P-I-L.
Joy, you seem to be referring to a feedback, if I'm not wrong, from one Michelle Kemunto of Nyamataro, Kisii. Am I wrong to say that?
You are very correct.
I'm right. Okay. In this case, we say pupil or pupil. Two acceptable pronunciations for that word. You can say pupil, you can also say pupil. That is for that child who goes to school. And when we talk of matters, you know, to do with, you know, optical matters, that is.
All right.
Like
Willis, what's the surprise word for us tonight?
Well, the surprise word for tonight, Joy, is a word that many people use in courts of law. Other people also, you know, use the word when we talk of advice. You must have heard of people talking of cancel. Cancel. My learned cancel.
Is that the one with the
We don't say that. Well, now that you've asked, I decided to bring something here which normally helps people in terms of what they see. And in this case, Joy, the one which is at the top, C-O-U-N-S-E-L, you say counsel. Counsel. The same pronunciation is used when you are also talking about the one which is having C-I-L. C-O-U-N-C-I-L, counsel. C-O-U-N-S-E-L, also counsel. Such words which are spelled differently but pronounced the same way, technically we call them homophones. Words which are spelled differently, having different meanings but pronounced the same way, we call them homophones. So both words are counsel. Let us avoid cancel, because the moment we are talking about cancel, the word which we are referring to is this one. So C-A-N-C-E-L is cancel. To cancel your trip, to cancel a contract, to cancel a tender. So when we are referring to lawyers and all that, we should talk of counsel but not cancel. Cancel is the one I'm carrying at the moment.
All right. much, Willis. And I cannot leave without asking you about Betty. What are your wishes for Betty Kyalo?
Joy, we talk of Betty, we talk of Dennis, and now such a couple, as I said earlier, that is a wonderful, amazing couple, and my wish is that things work exactly the way they want. Even Nicholas Samburu, my cameraman in Kisumu, says we have to say all the best to Betty and Dennis, a wonderful couple, I may repeat. But before I leave, if you allow me, I have usually two confusing words.
Yes,
in this case, the one at the top, or the upper one, we say sore, a sore throat, sore. But the one below is sour, sour. We don't say sour milk, sour milk. Sour milk, the upper one, sore, as in sore throat. And maybe you can remind our dear viewers about my Twitter handle.
All right. The Twitter handle for Willis is Willis Ochieng1. At Willis Ochieng1. That's the Twitter handle. Well, Willis, thank you so much. We appreciate the education today. Did I say that right? Is it education, education? But thanks, Willis.
You can say education or education. Education, education. But as I always say, you look wonderful as Joy Doreen Bira, but your English also flows. You know, I call it authority in humility. An authoritative speaker with humility in herself.
Thank you so much, Willis. Those are very strong compliments. I appreciate that. And you look fabulous. Mustard or yellow, but thank you so much, Willis. Appreciate that. And that is Willis Ochieng.
You're welcome.
The word master. My director is telling me to call you after the show because we seem to have a long conversation. But well, that is Mind Your Language for tonight. Coming up next is KTN Sports.